right, we are back in the shop. Finally, after a long week away, and have some exciting projects to work on today. First, while we wait for everyone to get in, I'm going to make this round. Got my face shield on. Hey Matthew, thanks for stopping in. Maximum, thanks for stopping in. Yeah, it's been a while. I've got a fun project I'm gonna start with. So what I did, I drilled a hole all the way through. I'm lining it up on my drive spur and my live center, and I'm trying not to mash the holes. So once I get it round, I'm going to put it in the chuck, just kind of gently holding it. Hey Todd, your name looks different. You've got the spanner wrench. So then what I'm going to do is put this pen insert in there and have a top that has a pen insert. I've actually got two of those, so if it works, we'll make two of them. Alright, let's try this. Hey, Pete's here. Hey, Pete. Good morning. What are you at? 1 a.m.? We're at 8 p.m. We're not in the morning yet, but good morning to you. Guys, if you want to see some good wood turning, look up Pete at Twisted Trees, or Pete, Twisted Trees. Learn how to really do it. All right, this might just work. I don't know. We'll see. Oh, it looks like the hole's straight. So what I'm looking at is I need to make sure that when it spins, that hole is spinning, and it looks very straight, which is promising. So the inserts I have these are my favorite, the Uniball 207 Impact, but they don't fit the pens that I have. So I'm trying to make something with them. So I'm going to put this in. I'm not mashing that down because there's a flange on this and I can't have that hole get any bigger than that. So we're going to make a spinning top with a pen insert. That's what I'm going to try to make. And we're looking pretty good so far. All right. Sunday at 8, so that would be about 3 o'clock. Okay. Todd, you know Chuck went to Dayton, to Cincinnati, back to Dayton for 2 days. Oh my. UPS is usually pretty good about that. You let the drive spur, I use the drive spur first. Let me see if this still fits in there. Okay, we're looking good. Now I can make the top shape. Alright, before I cut that off, what colors we got tonight? No, the drive spur's off. I took it off. I cut a little, you can kind of see it in there. I cut a mortise on the end when it was on the drive spur, and then I took it off and put it in the chuck. So it is not on the drive spur right now. Right? Blue, yellow, and red. Okay. Did I leave the drive spur inside the chuck? I didn't even think you could do that, because I don't see it. Well, I left it in there, so it's in there, and apparently the chuck fits around it. I'm not going to take it off now, because I don't want to get my top. I'm going to sand it just a little bit. It says you get out of practice just for a little bit, and you forget the steps. I wondered actually why the pen wouldn't go all the way through. That's funny. Yeah, yeah, tell me about it. All right, that feels pretty good. What do we got? Blue, yellow, and red. All right. I thought it was blue. Was it blue, yellow, and red or green? No, I'm not sure. Blue, yellow, and red. Okay. All right, dark blue or light blue? We're gonna do this color blue. All right, Matthew, we'll do green, yellow, orange next because I do have another one. Man, I'm gonna have to get another set. The red's getting short. Okay, so, and what I'm gonna do with this one is put a little bit of the thin super glue on it. I think that works better than any other method. We'll just like wet it. Fixative? I don't know. I'm still not sold on the fixative. I think this is the way to do it. Kind of wet it down. I'm gonna put it on with the lathe running. So I had a good trip to Texas. Any of you guys that live in Texas, you're lucky. It was hot. So nice. Not a cloud in the sky. 2 days straight. Alright. Soak that super glue in there. Okay. Blue, yellow, red. Hey Jason, how you doing? Jason White is in. Lee Harris is in. Hello. We have the great woodturner Pete at Twisted Trees in today. Check out his channel. I learned a lot from Pete when I was first starting. Yeah, I like this with the super glue, I think. All right, now, yeah, Todd, Lee, I tried double tapping the screen on my TV once, and it did not work. All right, and then we're gonna do, Matthew wanted green, yellow, and orange. So I'll get those colors out so I don't forget. There's our orange. Okay. All right, so now what I think I'm going to do, I might try this fixative on top of that. Still trying to figure out the very best solution. Hey, Madeline. Yeah. Don't double tap the TV. Haven't missed much, Madeline. We're doing a little bit different today. I'm making a top, but I found these pen inserts that I got a long time ago and they didn't work for the pens. So I'm going to slide them in to the top, super glue it in there, and have a spinning top that will write. Alright, that feels dry. Now I'm going to do the thin super glue again. And this is my Satellite City original. See, it's still, the color still comes through the fixative. It just, I don't know. I don't think the fixative does what we want it to do. What I really need, and if anybody has ever seen this, is I need a light super glue in a spray bottle that you can just spray on. But I think it would be a one-time use. This is looking pretty good though. Very shiny. Alright, I'm going to put a little bit of the thick super glue on. Can you get us a code? I'll have to work on that. I'm not sure they offer a code, but I will work on that. I actually haven't talked to them for a while, so I need to email them. I know it's kind of a smaller company than your Total Boat and all those, but they do a pretty good job. This is looking really nice. Sanding sealer, yeah, I could probably do that. And those come in a spray bottle too, don't they? Like a aerosol can. I've seen Wayne uses that in a spray can. That'd probably be a cellulose, not a shellac based. Yeah, that's a good idea. All right, I'm going to polish this one up because it's looking really good. Oh, Madeline, I'm sorry. Doesn't sound like much of a friend. Hey, Brian from Vineyard. Cut with the skew straight without flaring the end. This end, the the stem side, Matthew. Yeah, I can cut that off pretty straight. Usually I'll like round it over. This is looking really nice. All right, I'm going to attempt so here's the issue with this is it has a hole all the way through, so I'm not sure where the hole is. I don't know if I don't want it like Matthew said, flared out. I don't want it a sharp edge on it. So there's a little bit of a round over. All right. I can trim off that or sand it a little bit. All right, now what I'm gonna do is, hey, Mike Stanifer is in. Just call me Madeline. Just call me Madeline. Call Madeline Madeline. All right. I'm going to put a little bit of super glue on the pen insert and shove it in there. I hope I can get it in. So look, even with how much trouble I took, it's still a little bit offset to one side. And I tried so hard to make sure that was centered. It's very difficult to do inserts. All right, I'm gonna put the super glue. Let me zoom back out. Super glue clear up here. Yeah. Oh, it fit in there before. Just reamed out that tip a little bit. Yeah, that's what I did, Pete. I put it, but the hole is just a little bit big, and the hole had to be the size for the pen insert, but it was just a little bit big to get centered up by my drive spur. So that's the, all right. Wipe that off. All right, now we will try this on the cheese board. Yeah, I think I need a bigger drive spur or something. Should I tell my teacher that my friend lied that I did something I wasn't supposed to do, though? I think so. I think you should tell your teacher. That's not right. But on the other hand, snitches get stitches. So, all right, I can't get this spinning. It's a little top heavy. There we go. So that's pretty cool. Yeah, stem's too long. I can cut it down as I use the ink. That's going pretty good. There, and it's a good thick, like a 1 millimeter point. So there, it's like art. I don't know, Madeline. That one you're gonna have to think about that. So is this a friend that you want to keep? Doesn't sound like a very good friend, so I would think twice about that. I would think 3 times. Look at that. The drive spur went, I forgot to take the drive spur out and put the chuck on right over it, and it didn't affect anything. Is it made to do that? What do you think, Pete? That's the first time I've ever done that. I believe you, Matthew. I couldn't find my drive spur. All right, let's make some tops. Some regular tops. You thinking about what colors you want? We got green, yellow, orange first, and then we'll probably get about 4 tops out of this piece. I guess I've seen people clamp the drive spur in the chuck, but never like just put it through. Yeah, that's why I think I just got away with it. I agree. Because if it would have loosened up, it would have just come out. All right, I'm gonna make some tops. yellow, pink, and black. All right. So let's put it to the chat, Madeline. What did this person tell on you? So this person already told the teacher that you did something. What did they say you did? The lunar lander. So, for those of you that missed it on Wednesday, I did a top spinning challenge from the hotel in Texas, and I got a little flat spot there. I'm gonna have to fix that. And the top that won was like more belly down, I guess. We'll do that one next. That's the one that won. And then, like Matthew's saying, there's one that is like a tire shaped. That one came in second. Yeah, the lunar lander did very well for itself. I was very surprised. I actually did not think that was going to happen. All right, she said I said something mean about her book that you write, in which I did not. My teacher got me. That you write in. You said something mean about her book? That seems pretty lame. I don't know. So what was your punishment? What was your punishment, Madeline? I understand. So what was your punishment? What did the teacher make you do? Did you get sent home? Might not have recess on Monday. That's it? Yeah, I agree with Mike. Make the friend... Wow, this is really wobbly. Well, we're going to try it anyway. Make the friend tell the teacher. Confront them. People don't get confronted enough. No, I got to try and make this better. This is too wobbly. Go up to your friend and say, hey, why'd you do that? We're supposed to be friends. Not a very friendly thing to do. Nope. Alright. I knew that was going to happen. That first one is always very sketchy. Makes the first shaving. Doing a top challenge for my clips because plans turn top. Yeah, so you know, Robbo Robertson always said he did that. I've tried it, and I think I can do it, but they're so ugly. Like, it's not a pretty looking top, and that kind of irritates me. Like, I want it to be nice looking. So easy to get it off center when it's hanging out like that and not really in the chuck very good. So since I have it squared in the chuck, it's not held very good. So one little bump and it loses its center. All right, Madeline. Thanks for stopping in. I think at this point, your supposed friend isn't a friend. I don't think I would do anything. I think I would let it go. You will keep that in your back pocket, and sometime that friend's gonna need something, and you'll be able to forgive them for that. And that's a pretty big deal. I don't know that I would do anything. If staying in for recess is the only punishment, I'd probably just suck it up. Be the bigger person. But that's just my advice. I know not everybody feels that way. All right, what are we saying? It's already Christmas. Looks like a Christmas tree. Yep. Too ambitious, always, Pete. Always. Too. I don't have much patience. I'm working on it. Plus, this is just pine. It's construction. Just construction pine. So it's not really gonna hurt anything. Matthew, you don't think it's gonna turn well? We'll see. It might be getting a little top heavy, but it's got a lot of mass down here. So I don't know. I'd go either way on this one. Yeah, I think people are gonna talk about you, and if you react to every one, oh, look at how good that one spun. Oh, right off the table. If you react to everything that happens, that makes for a tough life. Especially being only 10 years old. You don't want to start that now. It's not how you feel that gets judged. You can't. Nobody's responsible for your feelings except you. It's how you react that gets judged. You can't say, well, I shouldn't feel this way, or I should feel this way, or feelings are feelings. But when somebody does something, and people will do stuff, it's how you react that gets scrutinized and judged, and that's where you have to be careful. Just take a step back, think about it. I didn't move my belt yet, so we'll just do this by hand. All right, thanks for stopping in, Pete. That was awesome. Guys, go check out Pete's channel after this. He does some really neat things. I've made a lot of projects inspired by Pete's channel. Thanks for stopping in. All right, I think that is gonna do it for this one. There you go, Matthew. That's spinning pretty good. Look at that. Look at the art and the color mixture on that. You wouldn't know I never took an art class. Isn't that cool? It's kind of like glows. That so somebody once said in this live, not this live stream, but this series of live streams, that I look like a 6-year-old, or my art is like 6-year-old or something, or 6th grade. 6-year-old or 6th grade, something like that. I think I'm coming along. I don't know, Brian, in their defense, the particular top that I had colored at that point was pretty bad. I'm not gonna sugarcoat it. 6-inch loop stop. I don't know. That's a lot of possibility for error. I think we'll call this one, if the other one's the lunar lander, we'll call this one the satellite. So when I put my fingers in there, I'm usually checking to see if I can fit my fingers on it to spin it. Because if that stem isn't tall enough, it's very difficult to spin. Yeah, I'll think about it, Matthew. We'll see. It might happen. Usually I'm a sucker for a challenge. Alright, somebody who has not been in the chat yet, give me 2 or 3 colors. Only 66 in the chat. Must be a Friday night. I think Wednesday night seems to be the best, and I probably should not have done a live stream Wednesday with just spinning tops. That might have been, I might have to pay the price for that one. Alright, this feels pretty good. Purple, gold, and white. Suzanne Wickham. Thank you for stopping in. Purple, gold, and white. I happen to have all those colors. And I'll tell you what I'm going to do. I'm going to do an experiment. Because if you guys were in, was that Monday? It might have been Monday. We did a black and silver, and it came out really cool. I was very happy with that. So I'm going to try to do that again, and I'm going to use the black paint pen and the gold paint pen. Now the gold paint pen doesn't typically work on wood, but I think if I put the black on first and then do the gold, I think it'll work. I'm going to make a bunch of those silver and black ones. Eventually, when I get my website going, I'm going to figure out which ones are really sharp looking and make a bunch of them. And then we'll go from there. All right. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to do black. I'm going to coat it with some, I should probably do that first. All right. We'll put some light CA glue on it first. And just the light, because the light, the thin, just soaks in and kind of stabilizes that wood. Works really well for paint pens. Yeah, I think that'll work. That's all I'm gonna do. Oh, shoot. All right, just enough to... just enough to seal it. Okay, now we're gonna do, oh wait, it was purple, wasn't it? Not black, I'm sorry. Not black, purple. I have purple. This is a purple metallic. But I'm going to do that first and then the gold. Okay. I think it's going to work. So also, I am looking into adding a VFD. All you electrical guys will know what I'm talking about. To this motor so I can go slower. I need to be able to go slower because it dries out. Oh look, I've been shaking the paint pen. It's flicking paint all over me. It dries out the pen before it gets a good bead on there. So if I could slow down to about, I don't know, 100, 120, 50, between 50 and 120, I think it would work better. Alright, that looks pretty good. Let's put some down here. So it works better on the smaller diameter because you figure the rim speed out here is a lot faster. It's going to dry that paint pen out pretty quick. Alright, now put that away. And I think, Suzanne, instead of white, I'm going to switch to silver because white I don't have a paint pen for. I'll try it real quick to see if the white pencil will show up. But alright. Oh, come on. The gold's not even golden. Well, it looked like the gold just took off the red, so that may not work. Alright, where's my silver? I don't know, Mike. That's what I gotta look at. I downloaded some videos on how to tell if the motor can be run with a VFD, so that I gotta look into. Don't like that. That looks pretty cool, Suzanne. Blue and black. Yeah, I can do blue and black. I think I might be able to get one more top out of here. We'll see. If not, I can put another piece of wood in. All right, now I'm going to hit this with my heat gun. Try to dry that paint as much as we can. Still a little wet. That purple takes forever to dry. I don't know why. So Suzanne and Connor, thanks for stopping in. I just wanted to tell you that if you have helped, and anybody in here, if you've helped design these, or if you like the look of one, you can feel free to message me on Instagram and we can set something up. I can send it to you. Usually I'll check and see what shipping is, and just we'll just do shipping, and then whatever you'd like to donate to the cause is appreciated, but we don't expect anything. But yeah, if you really like it, that went quick. So then what I do is I'll just touch it. I took the silver off. Did that last time. Just kind of touch it. Let the super glue cure. That purple that is dark. All right, I use the thick. I don't think the thick wipes the color off as much for some reason. So this one now, my art skills look more like a 6-year-old. I'll admit that. Some of it's the quality of the paint pens. We'll go with that. My husband bought a lathe and we were going to take class together, and then he went and died. Oh gosh, Suzanne, I'm so sorry. And you sold the lathe? I am so sorry about that. I love wood turning. It's very therapeutic, I would say. And then I go and do live streams, which adds the stress right back in. But that's pretty good. It's a good spinner. Yeah, same, Suzanne. Definitely subscribe. Check out the channel. I do live streams right now, Monday, Wednesday, and Friday around 8 o'clock Eastern. Fridays, I'm not so sure about. I feel like I'm going to start getting busy on weekends, so Fridays may be a maybe. And then on weekends, I do some here and there. But Monday and Wednesdays, probably, I was traveling this week, so it was a little bit different, but that's pretty cool looking. So, yeah, message me on Instagram if you like that, Suzanne. All right, and then Connor wanted blue and black. So let's. You know what? This one has a couple knots in it. I'm gonna put a new piece of wood in. Those will not spin very good. And I usually put the knots in towards the chuck so that I do those last. Like this one's going clear down through the center, so. And then typically the first top off a longer piece of wood doesn't typically work out. I try to get too fancy, but sometimes they do, because I have to hold it with the live center. Can I use a normal chisel to cut the top? Yeah, 39th, wow. I'm at 31 years. I don't know if I would use a normal chisel. I think I could use it like a skew maybe to do the surface, but to actually do the cutting, I don't know about that. I would say I'm not experienced enough, and I would attempt that off camera first, not on camera, just in case. All right. Let's take this square and make it round. Well, Suzanne, you know what? You can always buy another lathe and do it. Just do it. I think right now you could probably get into the hobby comfortably for under $1,000. You can, I've seen people get a little pen lathe. And you could do it for a couple hundred, you know, easily. By the time you get your tools, your sharpening system, and a lathe, yeah, just something to try. It's supposed to be an A. That wasn't supposed to be an A. Can you use at the top? I don't know what you're talking about. Not recommended. It's supposed to be an A. It's been 7 years now. That would have been. Okay, I don't know. I'll have to go back and read. All right. The Giants, Connor. Turn large carpenter chisel into a scraper and turn with the tool. Yeah, I agree, Todd. That I don't know. I don't know. The angles. I'll be honest with you. I don't know. I don't really measure the I don't really measure the angles. I have a jig that I use to sharpen, and it works. So I don't really pay attention to the actual angle. Connor asked, "What is my favorite football team?" So I don't really watch that much football, but we are from the Northeast Ohio area, so I would have to say the Browns, even though I don't know. I went to Ohio State, so I like Ohio State for college football. But I don't know. To spend 3 hours watching a football game on Sunday afternoon used to be the thing to do. But it was around COVID when they stopped doing sports for a while. I just kind of lost interest, and I found out there's a lot more time to do other things. So I don't know. I'd have to say the Browns because we're near Cleveland, Ohio. All right, this was blue and black for Connor. 49ers. Oh, there's Mrs. Bailey. Mrs. Bailey making an appearance. The Cleveland Browns, of course. She watches every game. Like, she is the most diehard football watcher. I'm kidding. She doesn't watch football. All right, so I am going to try to do black paint pen and blue pencil. So, Connor, light blue or dark blue? Dark blue may not show up well next to the black. I do have, man, my dark blue is getting short too. I have a dark blue and a light blue. Yeah, so while I was traveling, of course, I mean, anybody can watch football in any waiting room. Like, it's just easy. You know, there's not going to be anything controversial typically. But to actually sit down and watch it, I don't know. All right, so let's make this black. See how black we can make it. Yeah, I've never gotten an airbrush. Um, I was never really into coloring, like um, coloring the wood until these live streams. So this is kind of something new for me, and I don't usually do it. I do have a there's a package coming from Australia from Salisbury Paints and Color. I gotta look up the title. Friend of mine from Australia is trying to start a company, or he is starting a company, making paint colors. So we're gonna try that. I think it should be here sometime this weekend. Yeah, that's true. So Mrs. Bailey's dad would always talk. He watched all the sports, and before or after college, before I got my first professional job, he was a builder, owned his own company, and I worked for him building pole barns and decks and houses and whatever. And during breaks, and when you're up on a roof, these paint pens are not doing well. You know what? I'm gonna put some super glue on it and see if it'll work better on the super glue. So during breaks and up on roofs and all that, they would talk about the Browns, the Indians, Cavs, depending on what season it was, and I had to basically study so I knew what to talk about. So that's when I really started watching sports, and that was probably 30 years ago. Then in I don't know what year was that. The market let out after 2001. Wow, 25 years ago. I got laid off from a job and ended up going to Lowe's. So I had to, then everybody talked about Jimmy Johnson in the break rooms. So then I had to start watching NASCAR. So now I'm watching all the sports, the NASCAR, all that stuff. NASCAR, I don't know if you know, it takes a long time on Sunday. So that got kind of old. And of course, after I left there, I kept watching. So, but now, it was kind of during COVID. I got a taste of the freedom of not watching sports. And then, like, people get so upset, especially college teams, their local team. I married the boss's daughter before he was the boss, so, but yeah. Glitter, Heath Turnbow. Thanks for stopping in. Tried putting glitter. I have not done glitter. Glitter is the bane of my existence. Well, I may have messed this up, Connor. Now the paint's... Alright, we're gonna try to fix this as good as we can here. Put some blue on it. Some of it takes the paint pen really well, and then others does not. Alright, let's put some blue. people get so emotional around like college sports. And it really doesn't really matter, I guess. Um, I followed Ohio State when they won the championship, when they've lost, and the Cavs won the championship one year. Indians have come close, Browns have come close, but my life really didn't change. So, and I don't know, maybe that's a selfish way to look at it, but the ability to give millionaires money to play a game just does not something I want to do anymore. Well, okay, so I would say that the stress of watching a Michigan-Ohio State game and Michigan winning at the end is not worth just somebody saying, oh, Michigan beat Ohio State. I'd be like, oh, shoot, that's terrible. But watching the whole game, like watching to see if Ohio State wins is not worth when they lose. I don't know. I don't know if that makes sense. I've been in the horseshoe when Ohio State was up by, I don't know, 3 points, and Michigan kicked the game-winning field goal right where we were sitting, and you just kind of sit there. You're like, just wasted all that time and energy cheering on this team, and then they lost in the last 1 second. I don't know. I think for guys, it's something to talk about. Like you want to go to work and have something you can talk about with anybody around the water cooler. And now with all the betting, like, my goodness, that's a pretty good spinner. Philip Green, thanks for stopping in. Yes, CA glue finish. It helps lock in the colors and protect that point. Keeps that point from dulling out. That's a pretty good spinner. Good job, Connor. There's black and blue. Not too bad. All right. I think we can do, let's do one more. One more. How long have I been on? Hour and a half. Maybe 2 more. Let's do 2 more. I have to work at Paul Brown Paycor Stadium occasionally. When you see the amount of money, yeah. So what do you do, Todd? Where's Paul Brown? Is that Cincinnati? Because you're from that area, right? Cincinnati area, Dayton. Yeah, I don't know. It's cool. I do like when you watch football and somebody makes a great play. Like that is cool. I don't want to take anything away from that. The athleticism, they put a lot of work into it. And I'm sure for most of them, it's more about playing the sport than the money, but man, that money. And then the gambling aspect. Like I'm not a fan of people getting basically their lives destroyed because of gambling addictions, and not only theirs, but the life of their family. And I just think if gambling went away, I think sports would maybe be more fun to watch. I don't think all the money would be there. All right. Anybody? Oh, cool. Fixed medical equipment. Nice. Anybody have an idea for a shape? Some kind of a different shape. We've done Christmas tree shape that spun pretty good. We did a satellite or a tire wheel rim shape. Normal top shape. And then first thing I did was made a pen with a top with a pen in it. So when that ink gets down, I can cut it off. I think it'll spin better. A snowman. Do a snowman. Matthew, you got a one-track mind. You gotta get that train on a different track. Just kidding. All right, snowman it is. Tell me what you're thinking, Matthew. No, come on. Don't pull that on me. Yes. Yes, Heath. Do I work with other types of wood? Yes, as much as I can get. Typically, like right now, I just use mostly off my burn pile. We used to have a wood burner in the house, but we got rid of it. So I have a stack of wood that's taken me forever to get through. So it's now my project wood. And then like for my live streams, usually I use pine because it's very predictable and it's very quick, real soft, quick to cut into. Makes for a more satisfying video live stream, because some of those hardwoods can take a really long time to get what you want. So it doesn't make for entertaining real-time video, I guess. I'll do full-length videos for those. Hey Matthew, thank you so much. I appreciate that. Did you get your package yet? Your tops? Thank you so much. I really do appreciate that. $2, another $2 from Matthew. He's my biggest supporter so far from Super Chat. Not yet. Okay. Yeah, it should be on the way. Osage orange. Yeah, I think you were talking about that before in one of the other. I need to try some of that. I just don't think these paint pens. That's not too bad. Not very sharp point though. Christmas ornaments. I've made some. For me, the production of making a lot of things, like I don't make stuff to sell. I don't go to the farmers markets and craft fairs. So I guess it's not quite as seasonable. You can only do so many videos on Christmas trees and ornaments, so I try to stay seasonal. All right, so it's definitely the spinning because the ink is coming out really good right now. But the speed spinning, so if I could get my lathe to slow down, it would probably work pretty good. I'm gonna work on that. I've got some YouTube videos I need to watch on adding a VFD, or if I can just put a dimmer switch on it. Some people say you can do that. I don't want to burn out my motor, so I've got some things I want to try. All right, there's his hat. We'll put his face. Oh, his eye's too big. He's got a carrot for a nose, right? I don't know nothing about no carrots. We'll put a red scarf on him. Matthew, I'm going to use that $2 and buy another set of colored pencils because my red is getting short. Oh, it's wired to know which switch you'll need. Yeah. So what? Tell me what your tell me what you know, Todd. Like this is just a 110. It's not. It's not a 220 motor. What do I need to look for? How do I change speeds? With the belt. So it has, let me take you out of that. It has two shifts. One, the spindle pulley and the motor pulley. And I change speeds by switching a belt. So I can only get down to 520. I can go up to 3,000. But I can only go as far down as 520 right now. And I think it'd be something like I would normally not run other speeds other than wide open except the low speed. So the motor does have, I've got a switch, and that switch comes over to, it's not going to let me, there, we'll go this way, to the motor starter, but I haven't looked in there or anything yet. It's getting warm. So that's the thing, if you're thinking about going into wood turning as, oh, thank you, Matthew. Thank you for that. I love that. If you're thinking about going into wood turning as a hobby, you can get one of these small lathes. They're great. No worries. If you're gonna go and do production work, and I would say semi-professional to professional turning, stay away from these small lathes because they are not meant to run all day. So this one's getting pretty hot. It does that, and I can do like 4 or 5 hours on it. But yeah, you want to think about what you're gonna do in the future to what lathe you want to get. And that's really the biggest thing about the lathe. Like other than that, it just turns. You want to really spend more of the money on the tools. Pulse modulation, vary frequency. Dimmer switch. Okay. Yeah, I don't know. I don't know. I don't know what I'll find in there. But I know the motor will only run at one speed. Like it is not variable speed. It runs at one speed. It's just the belts that control how fast or slow the spindle goes. All right, let's see if this one spins. Caught it. High-low switch. No, I have a switch on, and I have the belts, and that's it. No high-low switch. Just a on and off switch. Sorry. Made this one a little bit too tall. There we go. Yeah, dimmer switch, a potential. I can probably get a potentiometer either way. Like I'm varying the resistance to vary the voltage, correct? But I wouldn't be, like a VFD is varying the frequency. So if it normally runs at 60 hertz, I'm changing the frequency to change the speed. I think that's how I'm, yeah, he's a little tipsy. There, that was a good one. I got that ink all over me. That's not blood. All right, guys. Yeah, he won't sit up on his base. So, thanks for stopping in. Yeah, Todd, I'm gonna look into that some more and see if I can get some speeds. I think it would help putting colors on if I could slow it down a little bit. We made 5 tops tonight. That was a good night. This is my favorite. Suzanne helped make that one. I'm gonna try to make another one of these pen ones, make it a little bit heavier so the top doesn't throw it off as much. But that worked. You can see it wrote on our, we'll see what kind of art we can come up with there. We made a Christmas tree. And then this is Matthew's favorite style, the wheel well. All right, guys, thanks for stopping in. Check out the channel. Definitely subscribe, like, share, all that stuff. If anybody you know really likes spinning tops or wood toys, send us on to them. Check out the channel. We do all kinds of different types of projects. Yeah, it'd be great. Love having you. I really like these, like talking to you guys, Jason and Matthew and Todd. It's fun. Like you get a little community build up and get to see what everybody does, and and stuff like that. So great talking to you guys. Hope to see you sometime this weekend. If not, we'll see you Monday night at 8 o'clock p.m. Eastern time. Eastern time, New York time. So, all right. Thanks, guys. We will see you later. Thanks, Todd. Thanks, Jason, Matthew, Mike. Good night, Mike. All right.